Hey everybody, we're just past the Memorial Day weekend. It's Allan with the Spa Association. I'm back with you. I have a very special guest today. It's Mr. Davenport from Urban Routine in Wichita, Kansas. Hello, Derek. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, I was so glad to figure out how we could connect through Jackie at Cosmetics, and they're one of my favorite skincare lines. So we're all in the same boat together, and I'm very happy about that. You guys opened in Wichita this week. Is that what you told me?
We did. We opened our doors on the 18th.
So give us the route to what happened? How did opening start? What have you guys done to prep?
We expanded our business the expansion started in November. So we went from 700 square feet to 3,200.
Wow.
We went to a full wellness center, and so the leases got messed up. So we had to take over the new space in January. So we were still kind of powering through a lot of renovations in the back half, keeping the facial bar, coffee shop, everything in the front going. And so that all got put to a halt. So a week before we opened, we had our renovations pretty much finished. So that was kind of chaos getting the spa ready the day before opening after being closed for so long. We really held off on prepping, and that's one thing that I've told a lot of my friends who haven't opened yet is fill your shelves, because we blew through all of our inventory in 3 days of opening. Clients were excited to get back. We kept a very heavy online presence. So opening was we minimized the chaos because the team was so great, but it was a rush to get in the door.
Wow. Oh, was that you or me? I'm going to turn something off here. Look at getting opening I've done 3 or 4 interviews. I've got about 6 more coming up this week, but everyone's saying the exact same thing you did, which is we sold through the retail. We were booked in advance. I mean, there are a lot of people, even like me and like you, who going to the spa is my wellness. Right? Not running to the doctor. I go to the spa. I go to my chiropractor. I go for acupuncture, et cetera, et cetera. So a couple quick questions. Did all your employees come back, or some out on?
We actually added, when we closed, we had 9 on staff, and I went from 9 to 15. So we actually added 6 new employees, and then we added 2 new hairstylists to our salon while we were closed.
Beautiful. How have they felt about coming in? I assume you have a whole new set of protocols, right?
Yes and no. I mean, for us, we already are so strict with sanitation that, looking at the guidelines, there really wasn't much else we can do. My staff, we wear gloves for most of our services. We already are in masks for like lash services. Because of the glues. So really the only other requirement was making sure that our clients were coming in masked, which has been a challenge. I'll be honest with you. We were just having a conversation out front, is that 75% of clients are not coming in with masks. And so at that point, do we say, I'm sorry, we can't take you? Or it's like, I've been talking to a lot of other salon owners in my area, and it's the same thing. People just are like, we don't feel like we need a mask. And so it's kind of like, what do we do at that point? We've been closed for 8 weeks, no income, no help from, we didn't get any government assistance or any self-employment or anything. So it's like, do we really want to tell people, no, you can't come in right now, go get a mask? I mean,
are you thinking of supplying masks for them?
Well, the problem is that in our area, we've had a huge increase in PPE. I mean, I paid $72 for 5 boxes of gloves that usually cost me about $8. They went up to like 12 or 13 a box.
Seriously?
So, yeah, our inflation here has gone way up. And even on Amazon, we can't get gloves here quick enough. So if we do that, I would have to charge some sort of surcharge on our services for that. But most clients, they do have them in their bags, or they're willing to put them on if we bring it up. But it's like, what do you do?
Derek, how are you communicating to your team members when you were not open?
So we are open. I mean, we have our group. We use Workplace, which is like created by Facebook. So we use Workplace that we do all of our file uploads and everything on there. And then we have like our group texting. I prefer everything through Workplace for the most part. So it's right there. Text messages can get lost. Snapchat groups can get lost. But we're open 7 days a week. So we pretty much always have somebody here.
Do you have in Wichita, did they say you can have a certain percent open, or did they just say open?
So we can have a certain percent. You can have, I think it was 15. You can have up to 15 people in one space if they are meeting social distancing. So we have a facial bar. And so our facial bar is already set up to be, I think it's like 6.5 feet apart. And so it already was meeting those requirements.
Got it.
And then we have treatment rooms now. So we have 5 treatment rooms that we can put people in. And then our salon only has 2 stylists right now. So we met all the requirements for spacing already.
Perfect. And have you had to change the way you're marketing? Like, how are you telling people you're open? Your clientele, obviously, you've been in touch with, but what about the greater world of Wichita?
Well, we kind of really took a strong stance on the whole non-essential versus essential while we were closed. I mean, we increased our visibility and posted like crazy and reached out to clients. We did a lot of things like interactive. We hosted a bingo session where we did like a live bingo through Zoom. We tried to stay, because I think social media viewing went up like 526%. And I noticed in our area, spa shut down entirely. I mean, they didn't come up with a way to help take care of their clients, keep them in the loop. And so through cosmetics, we launched our at-home facial bundles that we started selling across the country. We were shipping. We had to strengthen our online profile. So it was almost like we didn't close. We may have closed for hands-on services, but I wanted to remain positive for our community, that we were still here for them and that we weren't just closing to close.
Derek, I love your attitude. You said you're not going to add like a Corona fee or a COVID fee, right?
I don't think so. And here's why. This is really tough. I kind of have to look at it 2 ways. Is what is that going to do for my clients? Is we already try to have a luxury experience and have our pricing be there. Is it really worth another $2-3? I mean,
No.
to really, upset a client.
They're too hard to get today.
It's hard. It's really hard to find that middle ground, because safety for my employees is number 1. Safety for my clients is number 2. But again, our industry was hit so incredibly hard with this that it's like, we can't lose clients. And if clients are coming out to get services, that tells me they understand the risk they're taking. They understand that we have a protocol in place and we're going to do everything we can to follow that. But if they've chosen to leave their home and come get their service, and we actually changed our consent forms that include a lot of this in there, that they're willingly coming to our business to get the service, knowing that everything about COVID currently.
Right. Derek, what about, you kept your fee structure the same, right? Or have you raised it at all?
We actually did raise some of our prices during COVID, or while we were quarantined. We did an increase in a lot of our services. We revamped our menu, and then we added some more high-end services as well.
Got it. Oh, I love that. What about cleaning the room? Are you using a electrostatic sprayer or a wipe down, or what's the process?
So we still use barbicide wipes that meet the requirements. We also have, it was really hard to get a hold of the wipes. And I'm trying to shut this sound off. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
But we buy in bulk. Costco actually carries sanitizing wipes they are effective against coronavirus.
Yeah.
So we've always had those here.
So you're already, I heard you say earlier you were very strict on sanitation. So that might put you ahead of the crowd.
Well, I was so strict that I would walk around, and if I saw an employee not meeting sanitation, I would stop their service and walk over, kind of like look at them and say, hey, like glove up, mask up, I just am big on that. So.
Okay, I have 3 finishing questions for you, okay? Did you guys have a membership program? And if you did, how did you handle that?
So we do a VIP membership. So we don't really do, I come from a membership setting. That's what I did with corporate sales beforehand. And I just don't like a membership type business for me personally, because your clients should want to come back. I felt like it became a reoccurring charge that almost made them come back. And so we wanted, through our experience, just to have them want to come back. So our VIP is just a 1-year service fee, and then they get specific discounts on all of their products and services. I just extended them all out for the time that we were closed. So everyone got an extra 2 months added to their VIP program.
Perfect. Okay. I assume you guys go to trade shows at some point. Are you expecting to go to any trade shows through the rest of the year, or is that done till spring next year?
I'll be really honest with you, as much as I would love to travel and go to trade shows, we have added so much during the shutdown that
Right.
for me, we just don't have the time.
By the way, I know that beeping are all your clients wanting appointments, so I don't mind it at all.
It's only one group. I don't know. I've tried to shut it off, so it's the only group on my computer that actually works, and I'm like, what is going on?
Oh God! All right, last question. Do you have vendors that you're purchasing from other than cosmetics who does a great job at it, who've come up with some kind of partnership programs to help you guys out?
I will say that cosmetics was phenomenal. Without them, I really don't think that my business could have survived the shutdown. I mean, they brought webinars to the table. They were constantly connected. Our rep, I had actually worked with her previously when I was with Massage Envy, and she was with Murad. So we had a relationship built up already. I mean, we were in contact every day, boosting, how can we do this? How can we do that? Then Jackie came on board, and then they connected us with other spa partners that were doing, that's where I got the at-home facial idea, was from another cosmetics rep in Washington.
Bar none superior operation.
It became this amazing collaborative group with cosmetics that, again, without them, I don't think that we could have survived the shutdown, because I never would have thought to launch an at-home facial.
Well, I'm glad you're here and prospering. You are an inspiration. And Derek, I'll put your name on the video too, because we love to give everybody credit, but we'll send it to you and you can post and share it around too, because I'm hearing the same thing, which is good news, and knock on wood, I hope we continue that way. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Allan. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Derek. Bye-bye.